All right, welcome to USN Sports Network live at the Hall of Fame Sports Bar and Grill, Saturday,
531
Wade Hampton. As you're coming into the downtown Greenville, this place has got it going on. This place is going to be packed tomorrow for the World Cup.
Well, they got 3 and 4 playing today, so they got it at 5 o'clock
Yeah,
today.
they got France and England.
France and England playing today. Right.
And then we have Argentina and Spain. You know, they got it right. Number 1, number 2 playing each other.
No. They have 1, 2, 3, and 4. First time that's ever happened. They had all the seeds exactly right.
So just shout out before we get started. Shout out to Hall of Fame Sports Bar and Grill, 531 Wade Hampton. You should all to come to. You know, I was Googling top sports bars in South Carolina. This came up number 1.
Oh yeah.
And in the upstate, you got like 34 TVs. Always got something going on here. Got an outdoor deck in the front. Got a backdoor deck in the back.
It's kind of like Cheers. Everybody knows
your name. So, and I mean, you can basically watch about 5 or 6 sporting events at one time. We're sitting here. We got football on over here.
Oh yeah.
Golf on over here. Soccer, whatever that is. But yeah, they got it all going on here. All right, so shout out to them. Shout out to Vapor Nation. We'll be doing that Friday.
This Friday?
No.
Oh.
Clemson Eve, which will be the
the
night before the game. We're going to do Vapor Nation, and we're going to do Diamonds, Gold, and the Wreck that Friday. That'll be Friday the 4th.
Well, I'll still 3 friends.
September.
When's that going to be?
Yeah, and then next day we're doing that at 4 o'clock, right before the game. We're doing 3 Friends Bar and Grill. They signed up for the 2nd year in a row. We also got a spot. I want to have somewhere to do like a watch party. Went down to Gather Greenville, waiting to hear back from them. So I'm thinking, if not, we'll just do a watch party at 3 Friends. But we still have time for one more show. Let's put you on the map. Let's market for you. Let's bring stuff local again. We got about 12 different ways we market for you. We got you, include you in the articles, podcast every week, social media management, shout out commercial.
I will say this too, by the way, and if you don't, nobody works harder than Josh does at this right here. That's just a guaranteed fact to you.
I love what I do.
He, for the bang for the buck for what you do. Nobody will work harder for your money for what Josh does, and that's just a guaranteed fact.
I appreciate that, man. Now that we have the Ultimate Sports Network, we've doubled the exposure we can give you, doubled the marketing we can give you. And I was talking with Eric. Eric was on from Businesses for Liberty, and everybody's got the SEO and they got the Google ads and the Facebook ads and the Instagram and all that stuff's great.
Yep.
Basically, what's happened is the internet opened it up where everybody can get in the game. But also, it's gotten so widespread, so what do I want to call it, combogulated, so much traffic, and it's hard to get somebody's attention. Yeah, you got to have a good internet presence. But one thing that we do different than a lot of people do is we bring it local to you. We come out to you.
Not only that, but because you do the videos,
the
videos actually help raise up how you are on the Google searches.
Yeah,
that literally makes a huge difference.
And it also helps out to have that personal touch, to come out in person, do a shout out commercial, stop by, see people in person. They know what I look like. They know how to get in touch with me. We're not some link in Cincinnati, Ohio. We don't even know who's running the thing. So, we're local, and, we're talking about bringing it local again. Like, let's say you own a barbershop and you got a guy coming in for 2 or 3 years, and all of a sudden you need to get your car fixed, and he owns an automotive place. The first thing you're going to think about is that place, because he does business with you. People like to do business with people who do business with, right?
Yes.
Hilton Candy Company. We've led a lot of people there. They let us into some other accounts. We've led people to that. One thing leads to another. One person tells somebody about it. Word of mouth advertising is also, I think, very important. But we also include you on the podcast every week. We do a live show every week. We do a live ESPN game day show at your place of business during the football games. It's always a pregame show. Have a lot of fun doing that. Do a drone commercial. Include you in the articles. Everything's linked back to go back to your website. All right, so enough of that.
Well, I got a question for you, by the way. So even though this isn't I Bleed Orange on this one, but Clemson's still sports.
USN.
So I have a question.
Ultimate Sports Network.
Because I read an article and I posted it, but don't still know a lot about it. Apparently, Clemson has a highly recruited quarterback coming in.
Well, we got Tate Reynolds, first year freshman.
That's what I'm asking. So there you go.
Yeah,
so
I believe he You know how Dabo is. You know, when you had Kelly, you know, remember Kelly Bryant? And you had the one and only Trevor Lawrence, the one in a lifetime generational talent that came to Clemson. Kelly Bryant remember, he started like the first couple of games, and then they started switching off and on. And then finally Trevor came into that Texas A&M game, and, you know, so Dabo's real big
let's
on.
not forget Deshaun Watson, too.
Yeah, Dabo's real big on loyalty, but I really think Tate Reynolds is the guy, is our future. He's that good. He's young as a freshman. But, you know, like Dabo said in the press conference up in Charlotte yesterday, he says, you know, it's Chris's job to lose and Tate's job to win. So Chris is going to be starting out, but it's going to make each better because
Vecino's going to definitely be the quarterback this year.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron. They're competing against each other. Now, Ditson, the guy, you know, that was third place, they moved him to wide receiver / AK running back. So he's going to be back there a little bit with Gideon Davison playing a wide out receiver a little bit.
That was smart because he's a good athlete.
Yeah, I think.
And the truth is they still can use him. So,
yeah.
You know, it's not like he doesn't have talent there. So we'll see.
All right, so we are 7 weeks away, right?
It's not long.
Yeah, 7 weeks away.
It's
It's
right.
48 days, 47 days, somewhere in there. Not so early rankings. We got Ohio State, and respectively so. I'm not a big Ohio State fan. They got them coming in number 1.
Right.
Texas Longhorns, number 2. Fighting Irish, number 3. Oregon Ducks, they're always up there. They never can seem to complete it out. Ooh, ooh, go Dogs, number 5. Indiana, the Cinderella team.
Wait, what was that?
Ooh, ooh. That's for Tam.
He has his loyalty has changed. I'm just saying.
It's not.
He used to bleed orange, and
Okay.
I'm starting to worry about that.
I was talking to the guy over at Fairway Ford, and asked him if he was a football fan. He was a Kentucky guy, and he started talking about, you know, Kentucky really hadn't had. This is a Kentucky guy over here, so better watch out. Kentucky really hadn't had a dominant football, a good football presence like but their basketball team, Kentucky basketball, has been dominant. When you think about Kentucky, you think about basketball before you think about football. So led into the conversation, which I didn't have a dog in the fight last year, and I thought it was a beautiful thing, is Indiana coming in at number 6. Indiana came out of nowhere. They used that portable, that coach used to transport portable, the NIL.
Every one of their players was a 3-star.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, they're a football team.
Yeah.
Nobody expected it. Went undefeated, won the national championship. So that was good to see that happen. And then we got Miami coming in at number 7, ACC Miami. We actually played Miami at home. You know, we've been talking a little bit about, I say we, Clemson, even though this is USM. We play them at home. I think we got a good chance beating Miami.
My blood always running orange. Just
Yeah.
so you know.
The LSU game, of course, it's game day. Is really the only good game they have going on the first week of the season. So ESPN game day is going to be down in LSU. So anyhow, we're running both of these on I Bleed Orange. We're running on Ultimate Sports Network. We're kind of combining the two, giving you more exposure. And we just got a nice little home office here that we come down to every Saturday.
Yeah.
And
Every other Saturday.
every other
Or
Saturday.
whatever it is.
And the food's great.
Yeah, it is.
Atmosphere's great. They got stuff named after like football teams and football players, and they got a
Like I
tiger.
say, everybody that's local here, everybody knows everybody
Yeah,
here.
it's starting to come in. We'll be down here on Sundays during football season for the NFL. All right, so the big news. I mean, we're in the dog days of summer. If you don't believe it, just walk outside, stay out there for about 90 seconds, and you might catch on fire. But we've had the excitement this year and the opportunity and blessing to be able to come up here and cover the World Cup in the FIFA. This is huge. You know, overall, it's not my favorite sport, but overall, it's the biggest sport in the world.
I have watched more in soccer this year
Yeah.
than I've ever watched in my entire life. No
Not only that, it brought a lot of excitement in the USA. USA went a lot farther than we
my
thought they would.
word. So President Trump was out there, and they showed it on Fox, and they were talking about all this stuff, and they were just talking about how many the leader of the FIFA, he was out there talking to
How
President
much
Trump,
money is brought
and he
into it.
said that this has been the most. This one has brought in more revenue, more people watching the FIFA event than any other FIFA event they had
And
in the history.
the beautiful thing was how these other countries appreciate the United States.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they just don't know. We just don't know how good we got it. And they come over here and they're
Yeah,
singing "Sweet Carolina" in some bar, and the national anthem, and so it's all pretty cool, man.
It
See all
is.
these other countries come in.
And the English people are like, man, the fact that y'all could fly your flag, which we take for granted.
Yeah.
And they said they can't do that there because nowadays, people have gotten so woke. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
And they can't do that stuff anymore because you might offend somebody. You know what?
So it's been a blessing learning more about soccer in about 70 days than I have in 57 years. But I do know who the GOAT is, and I've been following him in the last 70 days or so. It's Messi. They had a video of him when he was about 7 or 8 playing soccer. My God, guys running circles around these guys. He already looked like a professional. This guy's incredible. He actually was part of that winning goal. He made the assist that the guy did the headshot in there. But
Yep.
Messi's 39 years old. This may be his last year. We got Messi, and then we got Spain. Spain's favorite. I'm pulling for Argentina. Now, I don't understand that.
Messi's the kind of guy, though, you'll see him on the sidelines as a head coach later.
Yeah, he'll be involved. That's what most of the great people do. You got Michael Jordan owns the basketball team now and a racing team. So we got Spain. I don't get this, but we got Spain at 42% odds to win. Argentina at 27, which doesn't equal 100. They got a thing in there called extra time at 31%. So maybe that's a tie.
They're saying it'd be a tie and it'd be a shootout.
A shootout, okay.
Yeah.
Extra time, gotcha.
Right.
So Spain's favorite to win. I think Argentina's going to get it. I think this place right here is going to be standing room only. It's going to be crazy down here.
I wouldn't be surprised if the game is a 2-1 game. I'd love to see Argentina win it.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised if it's a 2-1.
Argentina's defending champs.
What do you think about the France number 2 or number 3 and England number 4?
To be honest,
what do you think about that?
France had a chance to win it at all. I think France is going to take it. France is good.
I think it's going to be a 3-1 game France.
Now, by the way, that's at 5 o'clock today, right?
That is
Playing out.
that one is at 5 o'clock today.
Playing out Seattle.
Spain, Argentina is at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's going to be interesting.
It is. It's going to be very good right there. So
Looking at some
heads up.
So we're getting close.
Other sports news right now. We got baseball. What's going on there?
Well, we had the All-Star break. We got off the All-Star break yesterday.
Yep.
Braves, who were lights out all the way up until like last 2 or 3 weeks to the All-Star break. Then they weren't playing too good. They had like a 2-8 run or something like that. Braves won 15-1 last night. My old Cubbies, they were up 1-0 before I went to bed, or last time I checked, and they lost 5-2. But they're getting back in the second half of the baseball season. Got a long ways to go. It's a long season.
Oh yeah, baseball is not about. I mean, you got to count. You got to count streaks in baseball for sure.
Yeah, you win 7 in a row. It really doesn't mean a lot. You lose 7 in a row. You just got to be consistent over the long haul. You got a long season to go. As far as baseball, the LA Dodgers are the best team in Major League Baseball by far. They're about 10 wins ahead of anybody else. It was the Braves. But like I said, you got a long ways to go there.
You do.
I mean, until October until you get the World Series. So, what in the world is that? Oh, it's dogs.
I was about to say, I have no idea.
Well,
that is
Dog Olympics. Dog Olympics.
Is that what this is? We're looking at some dogs jumping in pools. What we're looking at, just so you know.
Oh, they're trying to catch that, whatever that thing is.
So it's like a long jump for a dog. Largest jump of the day.
22 feet up there. 22 feet.
So there you go. That's what it is. It's long jump.
Okay, just think about this. A basketball goes 10 feet. The 2 basketball goals is 20 feet. I think he jumped over 2 basketball goals high, 22 feet high. Look at that.
That's
What kind of dog is that?
I don't know. A jumping dog.
A jumping dog.
Don't know.
So, it's ready for football season to start.
7 weeks. Be a lot going on.
So who you got winning it this year? It's too early to say.
Too early to tell. I'm not going to go there.
Huh?
I'm not going to go
You guys
there.
surprised? I think Indiana's going to be back in it, even though they've lost a lot of guys.
I don't think Indiana's going to be in the contention. Will they be in the?
Well,
will they be there? They might, but they won't be.
Why is it they always have Texas Longhorns ranked up there?
They always do.
They always
they
do, and
disappoint too.
Texas and Oregon and Ohio State, rightfully so, they always rank top 10, 5. I see Ohio State maybe making a national championship. Texas.
I'm about to say Ohio State's a totally different animal.
Texas always starts
You can
out
say
well.
what you want
can't
about
fit.
Ohio State, but they always find a way to get there.
Yeah, that's true.
They always find a way to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm not knocking Ohio State at all. Yeah. It's early for me on Clemson's side to go, oh, yeah, we did that last year. No.
Yeah, on Clemson.
I am more excited about that. I listened to Dabo, and he absolutely said, listen, we stunk last year.
Yeah, he said it's on me.
Right.
And he said, they were giving us all this kudos last year. We got to earn it this year. And
he's right. Ultimately, it is on him. But the truth is, I don't think his players bought into the program.
When we got a chip on our shoulder, when we're disrespected, we play better.
Right.
That's just when we're over-respected and we're put on a pedestal, we don't seem to match up to it. So I thought it was all basically mindset. We had the talent last year. And that's just going back to sports in general. You got to have a good coach. You don't even have to be the most talented team, but you have the will to win. You have the desire to win. You have the mindset. You got the gorilla mask on, the gorilla suit. Look at NC State when they beat Alabama Jamma. They made that run. They were not the most talented team by far, but Jim Valvano got the belief in their head, got them motivated, had them believing they could win. Matter of fact, first practice he showed up before they even dribbled a ball or shot a ball. He had them go up on that ladder and cut it. Believe it. Whatever the mind can believe and conceive, it can achieve. Let's freaking go. Let's go, Argentina. Let's play some sake. Baseball. Yeah, what was that on Saturday Night Live? Garrett Morris, you remember him?
I don't even know who Garrett Morris is off the top of my head.
He was the black news reporter. The original Saturday night. Football, no. Baseball, no. Sake, yeah, Pele. But so Lionel Messi, the GOAT of all time.
Absolutely.
Look at how much he made. I think he's making $23 million a year or something like that. That's not including endorsements.
Oh, then he's making $50 million, dude.
Well, with endorsements and everything. That guy's a
stupid money.
Guy's a legend. A year ago, he knew who he was.
Probably made more than $50 million, to be honest with you. Endorsements is where it is.
Do what now?
Endorsements is where your money is, no question about it.
I was just looking at some stuff. Yeah, we still have an opening for Carolina game, USC, because we're going to be doing that, dude. We're going to be doing that on a Tuesday because they're an employment agency, and they don't work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's Black Friday, and then the Clemson Carolina game's always after Thanksgiving. Go ahead. Anyhow, we also got openings for USN. We can do the World Series. We can do the Super Bowl. We can do the Masters. We can do the U.S. Open. We can do World Cup. We can do Georgia, Alabama. We can do Notre Dame, Miami. We can do anything now.
Ping pong. You name it.
Ping pong.
Hey, you never know. Pickleball. We can do that.
I've never played pickleball. I guess I need to be part of the cool crowd. I
have never played pickleball. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have never played pickleball.
Me and Tam are talking about playing. 20 years ago, there's nobody talking about pickleball. And I remember
at the time I played tennis, but I wasn't phenomenal. But I played.
Yeah, well, Center won Wimbledon, and I can't remember the lady's name. She was from Great Britain, I think.
Baseball was my sport.
Well, yeah, baseball. I don't know. Football's my sport. Always has been.
I like football.
Clemson doesn't even have to be playing. Dallas doesn't have to be playing.
Oh, no.
If it's if it's a Sunday or Saturday or football season, you ask me what I'm doing, there's your answer. That's what I'm doing.
I can't tell you it's Sunday, but college ball, I watch college ball.
Yeah, I don't care.
Ball, yeah, may or may not.
Walford, Citadel, Presbyterian, and whoever. I love football.
I'll watch college ball for sure. Professional ball, I used to, and I got myself watching more of it this year, but just I got a lot of things going on Sunday, so that's.
Well, if you were one of these two-party athletes, like they have sometimes, Bo knows what was the guy's name? Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, yeah.
Played football and baseball.
Yeah.
And then you had Deion Sanders who played football and baseball. Yeah. But you're coming up. I love football over baseball, but if you had a choice, you're better off professionally from a business standpoint.
Longevity. Football's definitely.
Injury-wise,
baseball's definitely.
You're going to make more money playing baseball than you're going to play longer. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Longevity is so much stronger.
We went down to Turner Fields, before they built Truist Stadium, the older field, and they had a pitching cage. And you can't respect Major League Baseball until you have a 95-mile-an-hour fastball thrown at you. I don't see how they even hit the ball. I think they ought to move the pitching.
I was listening to a guy, and I can't remember his name,
It's,
but he was talking about Nolan Ryan when the first time he got to the bat was Nolan Ryan, and he said he watched this thing go by him in a blur.
I mean,
And
that
he
thing's
was
coming
like-
at you about 100 miles an hour.
And he said this was 97 miles an hour.
You have less than a second to make a decision whether you're going to swing or not.
Oh, it's absolutely.
It's just incredible. I kind of wish they'd move. They talked about moving the plate back a little bit.
No,
I mean,
no. 60'6" where it needs to be.
I don't know, man. I just think, I just think
if they ever change it back further, you've ruined the game.
I just think in sports, defense. Okay, offenses win games, defenses win championships, but offense is a hell of a lot more sexy than defense.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it's sexy.
You're
You're changing.
Then change baseball because that absolutely emphatically not. If you do that, because that changes the entire game, changes the strategy of the game. And if you don't like it, don't watch.
I'd
the
rather
game.
see it be
That's the
15-10 than
No.
3-2.
No,
I would.
no.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Let's talk soccer and hockey because I got a problem with this. I don't
Well, here you go. Soccer's the same way. It's
soccer.
a 2-1 ball game a lot of
You
times.
got this huge goal,
Right.
and you think, man, they ought to score more than 2 or 3 goals or 1 goal.
You think that?
And then you got hockey. You got this big old dude sitting in there. The big old pads. You got maybe that much room to
Right.
fit a little puck in there. The goal's too small in hockey, and maybe the goal ought to be bigger in soccer. But the goal's pretty big in soccer. They don't score a lot of goals.
Soccer's goals.
And I think it's not really because of the goaltender. I think it's the line in front of the goaltender. They stop a lot of those. They got like a
absolutely.
protective wall.
Well, soccer's definitely that. Soccer is you got to wait for the opportunity for position yourself.
Yeah.
And because the defense is actually, I mean, you got to realize that even all these teams, they're all very close to each other.
Yeah.
On quality. I mean, obviously the 1 and 2s are going to be a little bit better than the rest of them, but even then, these teams on a database, these are all professional players.
Yeah.
So they're all going to be.
Oh, they're athletes.
I mean, they're all going to be.
These
up
soccer
there. So-
guys, I mean, I'm a cardio guy. I get on the treadmill and run a good bit. But, I mean, you got to be, you don't see any big fat dudes out there. I mean, those guys are in shape. Those guys are fit and they're in shape running up down that field. More so than I think you would have to be in football as far as cardio goes. But, the most exciting thing I've experienced watching the soccer is when they have a shootout at the end.
Yeah, I
They
haven't
each get
seen a
5.
lot of those. I have
Yeah.
seen a couple.
That's fun
I
to
saw
watch.
more of those on videos.
Well, we saw that
afterwards.
shootout the other week.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think who advanced. It was Argentina, right? Was it
I
Argentina?
believe it was.
Yeah,
yes, it was. Well, yeah, because Argentina's still
Yeah,
in it, right?
yeah.
They're playing for the championship, so this duh.
So
Wasn't it with Egypt?
it was Egypt. It was Egypt that
Argentina and Egypt.
no Argentina won. Egypt.
It was Argentina and
They
Egypt.
weren't playing Egypt. Egypt won. They're playing somebody else. Yeah, Egypt advanced that game.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't
I'm
remember
not
who they're
sure.
playing. It started with an A, but it wasn't Argentina. Or they wouldn't be in it anymore. But U.S. made a great run.
They did. Number 16. They got the top 16. That was good.
We came in ranked about 20th or something. We were right in the middle of that field, so we did pretty well. And
I think America did very well. They got the 16 right.
There's a lot of drama about the foul and about the guy getting the red card and then the overturning, and a lot of drama going in there. We were favored to win. I mean,
To be honest with you, what Trump did is Trump he asked him to. He simply asked.
it was
him
a
to
bad.
review it,
It was a bad call.
and it was a bad call.
Yeah.
It was. It was a situation where the guy should have got a yellow card. I got no problem with the yellow card. You get 2 yellow cards, or 2 yellow cards becomes a red card.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would have been his first yellow card. That would have been it. But they gave him a red card for that, and it was really not a good call. It was a bad call. That was it. So I didn't have an issue with it. I mean, as simple as that. I think that was those calls were all subject to be looked at anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that being.
Well, I saw
that big
some
a deal.
people like tackle
Call it
people.
home field, call it whatever. I don't care. I mean,
Well, his
that's-
back was faced toward. It was unintentional. I guess got wrangled up, mixed
It was
up.
unintentional.
The guy hurt his ankle, but that happens in sports.
That's
then again,
why I said he
then
should have got a
again,
yellow card.
I saw the guy that kind of tackle almost body slam a dude and then called foul.
Right.
So talking about fouls, and let's go back to football. The one thing that I think needs to be reviewable is pass interference. When you go back to that Duke Clemson game, I'm not being excused. We got robbed. But I think targeting. The quarterback.
Well, targeting.
Roughing
You and
the-
I've had a conversation on targeting.
Yeah.
I told you from an umpire's perspective.
It's
and I umpired
necessary.
baseball for 20 years plus, and I can tell you this: if an umpire doesn't like a rule, they're going. And it doesn't matter the sport. If they don't like a rule, what they're going to do is they're going to call it more often. And
Yeah.
they're going to tell you if you don't like the rule, then you need to go to the rules committee and you need to have them change or modify the rule. That's what needs to happen. Because what we're going to do as officials is we're going to call it when we see it, and we're going to make it go to the rules committee the next year, and in other words, they're going to make you define it better. Because the problem with it is it's a bad rule, and you need to change it.
I watch a lot of sports. Personally, I think there needs to be an upgrade in refereeing. I mean, when one call can decide, make or break a game, a couple things. Okay,
that's arbitrary, but that's fine.
I think they call holding. Holding's the most in football.
Well, hold on about holding.
I think
let's be honest about it. Every play, an official could call holding. I
think they call it too much.
I think
there's planted holding, and then there's
where they call holding is when it affects the play. It's where you see holding called is typically where it affects the play, and if it affects the play, that's when they call it.
And then I know you got to protect the quarterback, but roughing the passer. There's a gray area in there. Sometimes they call it, and it doesn't need to be called. And the guy's going forward, he's already got momentum. He's in the air or whatever. You can't stop.
The problem you got to look at is once he becomes a rusher, and not a quarterback, then you have to say, okay, is he no longer a rusher? Is he no longer a passer? Now is he? That's when you need to look at that.
Well, I mean, they got instant replay now. They ought to be reviewable. Some of that stuff, just like pass interference, ought to be reviewable.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to be a defensive.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm not gonna throw the umpires under the bus. The targeting, I agree with, but at the same time, I know why they're doing it, and I told you that up front.
Yeah.
They don't like the rules. They and I can tell you, they told the coaches up there, look, if you don't like it, you need to go to the rules committee and you change it because that's it.
Yeah.
They need clarification.
Yeah.
They're giving them too much leeway on the field. This is the way it's going to be. If they don't like it, you need to change it.
Yeah.
And the coaches are the ones who make up the rules committee. All the coaches get together. You have officials there too, but the truth is, it's the coaches that make the rules. And the rules, they all agree on it, and they say, okay. So that's why they say, okay, next year you're going to make the rules committee's going to get together, and you're going to decide on the rules.
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
Well, there needs to be an oversight committee with the referees.
There is an oversight committee with referees.
I've never seen one get suspended or punished.
There is one. Everyone has a rule on own. Absolutely.
Well, let's say we go into a big game. Let's say we're in the playoffs and all of a sudden
just because you don't see it,
they make a blanket call that decides the game if somebody whether to go into the national championship or not. There should be some oversight committee.
There is.
They don't ever do anything. And then I have the problem.
Doesn't mean whether they don't have one.
If me and you are a ref, and I'm gonna be honest, and let's say I'm a Clemson fan, they're playing Carolina, and there's a call. I mean, you're going to be partial.
And guess what?
It's going to be hard.
Guess what?
And even
if you went to Clemson, you cannot call Clemson games.
Well, I mean, any game you just throw any team on. We start watching. It could be A team versus B team. Whenever somewhere in that game, you're going to favor one team over the other. It's just the way the bond works.
No, it's not.
So you just wonder they got to be able to call it.
Umpire, flat out, I'll tell you that's not true.
Huh? All I'm saying is,
I'm just telling you, you're wrong.
I'm just saying somewhere in there.
I'm telling you, you're wrong.
I'm saying
that is not true.
And there also were some refs that got in trouble for
gambling.
That
would change. That would change.
And go on. Let's talk about
the
Texas Tech quarterback.
That changes the scenario.
Let's talk about the Texas Tech quarterback. That was already getting NFL, already making a millionaire, huh? Right. So anyway,
over just a little bit. There you go. Try to get that little glare out of the way.
This guy would be banned from the sport. When you're playing, especially your quarterback, you got a game-changing position at quarterback.
Yeah.
So he was betting on games. He's already making big money in NFL. Zimmer said he got caught doing it, and now he's sitting on his butt making $12 million a year this year. They won't let him play, but he's still getting paid. They ought to ban him from the sport. I mean, you remember the Boston College story but they had the mafia come up and talk to these guys.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Some of those guys went to jail over that. But, man, I couldn't throw a game. I was a player. But he's sitting on his butt for $12 million a year this year. Don't want to play, but he's still getting his NIL money. Imagine that.
That's so that's another thing. NIL.
I mean, if you ban.
I like the fact that the federal government's getting involved in NIL. They're looking into it because the truth of the matter is it's gotten so blown out of proportion right now, and it's the wild, wild west. Is what it is, and there is no you can argue it, and I know we're going to have people out there who would say, well, that's the way it's got to be. But Nick Saban said it absolutely right. He said, listen, when you started getting to the point you started spending $34 million for players on the NIL, he said at some point, he said,
there's got to be a cap.
There suddenly it becomes just like Moneyball. If you remember the old movie where you have these teams way up here, and then you have it here, and then the A's back in the day were way down to the bottom cellar. He goes, we don't have the money to spend on these young players.
Well,
not
only that, NIL is giving unfair playing advantages to the Ohio States, to the Texas Longhorns, Texas A&M, the Alabama. You got the money, you can basically buy a team.
Yeah.
Walford Furman can't do that.
No.
If they had the money, they probably could do that. And who knows, be relative, but that's never going to happen. So it kind of gives an unfair playing advantage to people that have the money.
It does. It does. It absolutely does. And I think that needs to absolutely be looked at.
Yeah.
Be very fair about it.
So
it needs to be looked at.
Saban, he retired on top of his game, basically. I mean, he's the GOAT.
But he's the reason that's the reason he left is because of that stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the reason he
100%.
left. And he's the great poster guy to actually go to Congress in Washington. And I know he was up there a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't heard anything what's come out of that. They haven't really released anything. They have maybe it takes a while.
They haven't released anything yet, but
I haven't heard anything.
Talking about it.
But yeah,
they're talking about it.
Probably hear
and I think you'll see it.
We'll probably hear something before football season.
Probably not. Probably this whole year will go by, and then you'll see another year go by, and then go from there. But that's because they're slow to make a decision on stuff, but they will make it.
One thing they did in the offseason after March Madness is they've expanded March Madness. But I think the bigger it gets, the more value, the less value it has. You don't need to, NIT doesn't mean anything. Clemson's been in the finals twice. Who cares? I think Auburn won the NIT this year. Who cares? You're number 65.
Yeah, exactly.
So now they're talking about, and it all comes back to money. It all comes back to money. Now they're talking about expanding college football. I think no. Not so fast, my friend. 12's a good number.
I think 12 is a good
12's
number.
a good number. It gives the outside guys a chance to get in.
What it does is it changes. It to be fair, it changes your.
But you ask yourself,
you got to realize these guys play once a week, and if they play once a week, you got to look at injuries. These guys play very, very hard to practice.
But you ask yourself, what's the underlying meaning of going north?
Yeah,
money.
Absolutely,
money. That's the more games they play, the more sponsorships they get, the more TV revenue they make, the more they make. And I just think it takes out of the value of the game. You have 24 teams in the college football playoffs.
I agree.
12's a good number. Don't need to go any higher than that. But they're talking about it. But, I remember back in the day.
What do y'all think? Y'all think we ought to expand it? So are they? Do you think they need to expand it?
I think 12's a good number. You got your couple teams get a bye, first 4 teams, and then you got a couple games, and then,
Now, you said they're expanding the basketball. What are they expanding that to?
I think they said 72 from 64. So what is that, 8 more?
8 more?
Yeah. 64 is a good number. I love March Madness.
I guess it gets rid of all the buys.
Yeah, maybe so. So, baseball. I have short-term memory here. Who won it all? It won UNC, was it? UNC did. UNC played. UNC won, right?
Yeah, they did.
That's right. They're Oklahoma and UNC. Or did UNC? Let me go back. I should know this, man.
It's what happens. It's the way it works.
Let's see.
UNC did win.
Baseball. We have to look at baseball.
I know because I talked to one of my guys about it. One of my reps in Raleigh. And he and I talked. And I said, next time Clemson goes to UNC, I said we're going to meet up and go down to Raleigh and go down there and just paint the town one evening and watch a ball game.
Wolfpack?
No, UNC, Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill and Raleigh are.
No, they're not.
They're 15 miles away.
Oh, more than that, about 40.
Whatever. They're not far.
Yeah. Okay, UNC baseball. Yeah, UNC won.
Yeah.
4-3. About a month ago. A little over a month ago. So
UNC
had
forgets.
Huh?
It wasn't Clemson. He forgot.
Oh, we didn't even make it. We started off. One time we ranked, 7th or 8th?
This was not our year.
Not our year in any of the sports. All the major sports.
Not our year.
Soccer probably would be good, but Gymnastics, we made a good.
Soccer, Clemson can play soccer.
But, you know, basketball, same thing. Brad Barnell's good at going out portable, rebuilding the team. You know, each year we're starting over from scratch, and he's done it a couple years in a row. We're talking about it the other night on the podcast. Our bottom line is we got to finish well. You know, we made it. You know, even when we made that the Elite Eight run, we had beaten Alabama earlier in the year. We had a chance to go all the way. Before I die, and they don't have to win it all, but I want to see Clemson in basketball at least go to the Final Four, at least go to the national championship basketball. It'd be nice to see. We were right on the fringes there.
We'll get Chad over here to tell us what they got going on here in a minute.
All right, yeah. This place is going to be packed. This place is the place to be. It's the right size and accommodate. I don't know what the seating capacity is in here. But then when the weather gets a little bit cooler, you go sit outside on the couch out there in the back, lounge out there, and go out the front. I'm not sitting out there today.
Oh, heck no. Not
right now. We're going to get Chad on here.
Huh? We'll get him.
So anyways, we're going to ask him about, they did an ice bucket challenge with him. And I saw it, and they had WSBA, I believe 7 was out here the other day for the World Cup. They got something going on here all the time. He might be able to break down what's going on in the liquor liability laws here. I know they're making some changes, helping out some of these. I know a bunch of small restaurant bar and grills have gone out of business because the liquor liability prices have just gone so sky high, and it's just ridiculous. So Chad's going to come out here. He's a Kentucky Wildcat. He'll tell us a little bit about what's going on. And out here tomorrow and some of the events they have. I think they got a band tonight. They had karaoke last night. They have something going on here all the time. They got slip and slide out here in the summer. Get them. They coming. Yeah. I want to ask them about that ice bucket challenge.
I already asked him about that before we got here, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to tell us about it. He had a grandfather and uncle that played professional football. We'll have to ask him.
Well, you know, that's why I want him over here. So
years ago, they had the ice bucket challenge. I think it was something to raise money for cancer or something. But they had them out here on the front porch. Heck, on a day like today, I'll tell you, you can give me the ice bucket.
It was a day like today, as a matter of fact. So it
now in the wintertime, it
wasn't so bad.
Yeah, you got to do it in the summertime.
Now, if it's 28 degrees outside, do it? No.
But Chad, I mean, this is the right-hand man up here. He pretty much runs this place. Omar just lets him run it. Huh? Just tell us a little bit about what's going on with you guys. Just about 5 minutes. Huh? You want to get on?
Go on, talk to us. Oh, come on.
What y'all got going on tonight? Okay, get somebody. What y'all got going on tonight? A band or something? Okay. All right, we're going to get somebody. He's not feeling too good.
You got it down now. Is that ice?
Huh?
That ice got it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin? Where'd that come from? That was just like grabbed out of there.
LSU. I was just thinking about it, and you got Coach O back.
I like him.
I like him, man.
I like him a lot. I think they made a huge mistake.
I can't understand what he's saying half the time.
I don't care. I love his enthusiasm. His enthusiasm is what.
Oh yeah, he's a good dude.
I mean, he absolutely saw it. And he eats.
So I'm a little confused. They hired him back, which I think he should be back as head coach. I am not a Lane Kiffin fan at all, and I'll be blunt and tell you, I don't like the guy. I don't like what he did last year. I thought it was very disrespectful. I mean, just like you don't leave a team sitting there and go out for more money down here at LSU. At least stick the season.
No, they're going to match you. Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have a coach. They had to get a coach. But what is Coach O's position now?
I don't know.
I just know they hired him.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what he's doing.
That's an excellent question, but that was a smart hire on their part because I think he's
you can't not like the guy.
No, he's just good. And he brought him a national championship.
Oh yeah, arguably one of the best teams ever.
I mean, they
beat a real good Clemson team.
I mean, so he'll get in there and he'll do what he's got to do, and I think that was a good hire on their part. It was a great hire on their part. It really was. So, but I'm excited about Clemson this year. I think that I'm not going to get super excited about it, but I like what I'm seeing right now. I'm not like all the things that's being said. I think we're going back to old school.
Yeah.
A lot of old school stuff.
I was very
on.
disappointed in our defense last year, but will help. I mean,
Well,
Sammy Brown, some of the Peter Woods, even though he's in the NFL, these guys didn't play the kind of season they could.
I told you that.
Huh?
I told you that early season. I watched it and was like, yeah, no.
Well, we got Sammy back, and offense.
And his brother's back. His brother played with Clemson.
His brother's back.
His brother's freshman this year.
Well, we filled the gaps in the safety. The place out there. That's where we had the most holes. We couldn't stop the pass play. They were just getting way too many yards on us. As far as the offense goes, I think we're clicking on all cylinders. It's just going to come down to the quarterback. We got a lot of question marks there. Just got to wait to see how they play. See how Chris B. I mean, we only saw him in that one game, SMU. He played pretty good. But, I mean, he's been there, it seems like, forever. It seems like Hunter Renfrow. He's just been there forever. He just hasn't had a lot of playing time. But we'll see. Trying to get him on a podcast. He has his own podcast, actually.
Who's that?
Chris. I reached out to him. Get him on one of our podcasts. We're going to get somebody on the show here, or we're just going to?
We're going to talk about it.
Chad's not feeling too well.
So that's okay.
The 531 Wade Hampton Hall of Fame Sports Bar and Grill.
I know they're having the England France game today is going to be at 5 o'clock. They're going to have something.
I'm sure it's going to be wild up here tomorrow. You're not going to be able to get to see.
Tomorrow will be 3 o'clock. Tomorrow go to the finals.
Let me go to their site. Let me see what they got going on here tonight. We might come up here and eat tonight. Hall of Fame. And I plan on starting trivia up here. We just got to get more. We're going to do that at a different time.
We can't really do it right now with
all right.
5 people out here right now. So
let's see. Karaoke's last.
We could, but it wouldn't be a smart idea.
Seeing what they got. Okay. Saturday, Friday. Saturday, they're doing the semifinals World Cup, so I guess they're not having a band. There's no more. Yeah, they're just having I guess they're showing the game up here.
Yeah.
5 o'clock. So that's probably going to go on for a couple hours. They don't want to have a band up here playing during the game. So come up here and watch the third and fourth place.
Third and fourth. England, France.
All right. Shout out to Vapor Nation.
You watch some pickleball and you can watch some dogs diving.
Shout out to 3 Friends in Bar.
Pickleball.
Shout out to Diamonds Golden Direct. The girl's going to put on her cheerleading suit and do her pom-poms this year. One of the best things we ever did.
We'll see about that. But yeah.
Oh,
it was funny last year.
Also,
if you haven't seen it, go back and look at that one.
Not this Sunday, but next Sunday we'll be over at Clemson, the Orange and White Golf Tournament. Still got a couple places for sponsorship.
I saw they needed 16 still.
Yeah. We got to get our, I got to get with my guys next week. We all got to get our money and all. We're going to be playing. I'm the putting guy. I'm the putter. So we got Grayson Marshall. Team wins it. I mean, like every year. The guy's won it like 5 years in a row. So we got Rowdy. Rowdy's good. He says he's bringing on another guy I haven't met that's actually better than him. Which, if I can putt good, then we might have a chance. What else? That is
not my sport. I mean, I am starting to play again, but I'm not. That is not my sport.
I'm gonna tell you, I grew up. Went to the Masters. Dad used to get tickets. Grew up watching the Masters, some golf. Didn't play golf until I was like 30 for business purposes. And you watch it on TV, and I got out there for the first time. Somebody actually gave me a whole set of clubs. He had back problems, then wasn't playing anymore. I said, sure. So I went out and started playing. I'm like, this is the hardest sport known to man, golf. It's amazing how they can hit that little ball 400-some yards, accurate. 400-some yards, and in 2 or 3 or 4 shots, they get it in there. So these guys that play golf, it's just unbelievable. Especially that shot. The hardest shot in golf to me is when you're like 40 yards out. When you do that little kind of like a
I'd say 50 yards. 50 yards to the pin is absolutely.
What my ball does, if it even gets close to the hole, it hits it. They got that little backspin thing going where it stops. I ain't figured that out yet.
Well, they use a gel ball. They use a blotter ball. They use it.
I don't know what it is about golf. If you play real good, you want to go play again. You play real bad, you want to play again. Something about when you step off that golf course, you want to play again.
Yep.
It's very addicting. I know there was one summer we played like every weekend. A little too hot to play, but we're going to be playing right in the dead of heat next.
He did that one time. I was like, dude, you lost your mind.
Oh, I was worn out after last time I played.
It was 2 years ago. One that was
2 years.
Oh my gosh! It's like, dude, you've lost your mind.
Well, they had I had an extra shirt and they would bring around ice. You go around and have ice water and all. I just a couple times poured it on my head and just changed shirts, man. I care. All right. Let's get the countdown. We'll give you an accurate countdown. I know it's in the 40s. By the way, we've updated our website.
Oh, really?
You haven't seen it? Yeah, we made it look better.
I haven't seen. Well, maybe I have.
We launched that. We updated. We got 48 days, 6 hours, 13 minutes, and 49 seconds. It says hours overall. Also, Eric C. Shout out to him. Businesses for Liberty. I say Eric C. because I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. That's always. But anyways, he's down there in Somerville. He's making businesses local again. This guy is killing it. He's tearing it up. He's in 23 different states. We've actually partnered with him. We're actually selling some of our stuff with his and his with ours. Kind of got that little deal worked out. So we can actually get you on Ultimate Sports Network's website, I believe Orange, and Business for Liberty.
And what he's really doing is he's looking for patriots. They're looking for people who actually believe in free enterprise, believe in that.
It only makes sense to do business local where people do business with. So in other words, 8% of America is small business. That's the backbone of America. At one time, every business.
As I always say, you got to get free lunches somewhere.
Yeah. So 20% of America is large corporations. You got your Coca-Cola, your Budweisers, your AT&Ts. 20% of large corporations got 80% of the money. That gives you an unfair playing advantage. Absolutely. Coca-Cola doesn't necessarily have to run $2 million 1 minute commercial for the Super Bowl, but they can. Why? Because they got the money. They don't have to, but they got an advertising budget. It's a tax write-off. Why not? Small business guy can't run a $2 million a year. I mean, no. $2 million commercial for the Super Bowl.
But he can go to you.
He can go to you. And why not bring it local? Bring people local. People like to do business. People who do business with. Think about it. Before radio, before TV, how did they do it? Word of mouth advertising. Man, you ought to go down to Joe's Grill. You ought to go down to CJ's Automotive.
Well, back in the day, they had this thing called Yellow Pages.
Yeah, and I think in a lot of ways, technology has helped us with marketing. In a lot of ways, it's kind of hurt us. It's taken away from that local touch, in-person touch.
Isn't that?
So let's bring it local again. Let's keep it in the same circle.
But then they got big on including internet. You're raising up your rankings, by your internet presence, giving you a landing page, things like that, which is exactly what Josh does. Yeah. Which is what he does. So there you go. So,
hardest working man in show business. James Brown's dead now.
I won't argue.
And hopefully Ashley's gonna help me out. I have to work so hard.
Could be.
She'll talk to anybody.
Could be.
All right. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for all you guys that support us and follow us. We'll be back in 2 weeks here at Hall of Fame Sports Bar and Grill.
What goes on in 2 weeks?
It goes on 2 weeks.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. We'll be getting close to football. I mean, we're in the dog days of summer. Like I said, if you don't believe me, go stand outside for about 90 seconds. You ain't caught on.
You don't need to stand outside 90 seconds. I got to stand out for 30 seconds.
Hey, I jumped in the pool yesterday. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. It was like jumping in the hot tub. It wasn't refreshing at all.
8 o'clock in the morning, you jumped in the hot tub.
No, I mean, I jumped in. I didn't feel no relief.
That's because it never cooled down. That's
yeah,
exactly.
Not my favorite time of year, but the only good thing about it is we're getting closer to fall, which is
air conditioning is your friend right now.
Yeah, AC Carrier, whatever his name. Guy's last name is Carrier. Thank God for him. I mean, can you imagine having no air conditioner back in the day? Now,
I can't imagine.
When I was in boot camp, I was in Fort Jackson in Columbia. A lot of people don't realize this. If you look at a map, Fort Jackson is actually land-wise is bigger than Columbia. But we were the last platoons to actually go through. I've got the name of it now. But anyways, they had no air conditioning. They had no air conditioning. And I just remember, after marching, being out in the heat all day, I'd remember taking my boots off and steam coming off my feet. Man, we had a little fan up there, but it was brutal. It was brutal down there.
Fans are, I mean, don't misunderstand. Fans better than nothing, but it ain't
air conditioning.
It ain't air conditioning, that's for sure. I enjoy my AC right now.
You don't realize how much you enjoy it till you don't have it. I remember when I was married, our air conditioner went out.
Oh my gosh, my mother-in-law, we went over to her house. This is 2 months ago. Her air conditioner had gone out, and it was 84 degrees sitting in her house. And we were like, "You got to get that air fixed." Yeah. And we were like, so for a couple of weeks we had to deal with it, and we got it fixed. And we were like, "My gosh." It was so much better. But no, I'm with you on that. It's like me.
It's my favorite thing to do.
75 degrees, and I stepped outside, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's hot outside."
Yeah.
So yeah,
Baseball, apple pie, and swimming pool. It's summertime.
air
I'm
conditioning.
fixing to go home and official first Mater sandwich. We got some fresh tomatoes. We got some Duke's mayonnaise, some salt and pepper. I don't even put the bacon on it.
I got to do
put
some lettuce on it too.
I just do tomatoes, salt, pepper. It's got to be Duke's. That's what I'm having for lunch. And so I'm excited about that.
It doesn't have to be Duke's, but Duke's is certainly
Duke's is the king.
I agree.
It may cost a little more than it's worth it. Now, back in COVID, everybody's backing up toilet paper because we thought we were having an Armageddon going. I backed up on Duke's. I'm like, I know what I got. I know what I got if I need to barter. But anyhow, I don't even want to get into all that crap. I just remember I was at Publix one time. They had the owl. You had to go down this way and come down. They had the arrows, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then you'd be at the cash register. You had to be 6 feet behind the other person. But I just remember sitting there in the grocery store watching everybody walk around with masks on, and I'm thinking, it's like something out of a freaking movie, man. It's real.
It's all control. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. We won't get into politics.
No.
All right. 2 weeks from today, same time, same bot channel.
Same
we
bat
appreciate
channel.
your support. We don't have a
Come by, check them out. 531 Wade Hampton Boulevard. Come on by here.
USN.
They always have something going on.
USN.
They always have something going on down here.
We don't
check
have-
them out.
We got to come up with, we got the Tiger channel. We got to come up with USN channel. I'll think about it. USN. I don't know. All right. Till next.
I have no idea, but that don't sound
We
like
appreciate